Welcome everybody. And since we're all old hands at this, I don't have to go through the whole intro about what we're going to do because you all know that. But I just wanted to tell one short personal story, which I don't usually do because I really want to get in as much practice as possible, because my biggest quandary every class is what not to teach you, because I just love all these practices so much and they're just so profound. But I just wanted to relate. So we've been talking about the liver energy, the wood energy of spring, and how that's this rising up energy, this pushing up, and all the little plants have now come through the earth and the leaves have burst through the bark onto the trees. And that how sometimes if we have stuck emotions or injuries or occurrences, things happen and we get this, that our energy stops flowing smoothly, the energy can build up. And so it can manifest itself in the spring as anger or frustration. And since we are moving into the summer, I just wanted to emphasize that. So the spring is about growth and the summer is about expansion. So things that are stuck in you in the spring, in the summer are magnified. So anger becomes rage, frustration becomes inability to act, fear becomes paranoia, sadness becomes depression. So spring is a time for us to really let this energy move. And I just wanted to give you all a personal example, because even the teacher is a human being, and I had a huge technological tsunami hit me this week, 3 days in a row. Both my personal life, my professional life, my close family member life, all were in issues, even my recreational life. I could not make technology work for me the way I needed it to. And I got more and more confused. It started on Saturday night and it basically kept building and building. And it was like my mind got fuzzy. And I wanted to do things, and it was beautiful outside. I wanted to go outside. So I did things hastily, and some things I just wasn't mentally capable of solving. But what happened is, so it all kind of boiled down to yesterday morning, and I was a very important project. I was calling in a prescription for a close family member at a special compounding pharmacy, and I found out that I had sent the wrong information and called and faxed 3 different things that were all wrong. And so I was finally talking to a machine, because that's all that's going to answer these days. And I started explaining what I had done and what the right order was, and that I was going to fax it just to be sure they would have the right order. And I started crying. So I'm sitting here talking to the answering machine, crying. Then I'm apologizing to the answering machine that I'm crying on it. And then the next day, I got this sweet phone call from this man who said, "We got your order. How are you today?" And that everything was fine, and they weren't going to charge me twice because they hadn't put in the wrong order yet, and all this stuff. But then this morning, when I went to do my morning practice of meditation and Qigong, and of course my mind is not always calm and quiet. Fancy that, it wanders. And that conversation with that sweet man came back into my mind, and I started crying again. And I just cried and cried and cried. So it's just, I just wanted to tell you about that, because it's an example of how we think we're dealing with things, and even when they come up a little bit, we think, oh, okay, I blew up, or I cried, or I did XYZ, and it's fine. But there's a lot going on right now in all of us. And so I would just emphasize that in this practice that when I'm saying bring in the good, bring in the positive, and let go of the negative, just allow yourself to go there. Allow yourself to feel things that come up, and allow those things, allow yourself to just relax into the feeling. It's not about pushing it away. It's not about judging it. It's just about letting that feeling come up and just not judging it. Just be with the feeling, and the practice itself will move the energy and will help. So anyway, that's my story for today. So enough talking. So let's stand up and we'll adopt our starting posture. All right, so feet are shoulder width, hip width apart, knees are soft, tailbone slightly tucked under. And let's just do our shoulder relaxation practice where we scrunch everything up and inhale and tighten everything up. And then we use the ha sound to release it. Ha, all the way down. Okay, and again, tightening up everything and scrunching everything up and releasing it. Ha. And one more time. Tightening up everything and releasing. Okay, so we have our knees soft, our tailbone slightly tucked under. Now we're going to take those loose and relaxed shoulders and move them back and a little bit down. That's going to make our chest and lungs open up, and just feel the back of the head slightly lifted. The tongue is, the chin is just slightly pushed back, so creating this lovely straight vessel like we were born with, that's going to help us with our goal of 1 inch taller, 5 years younger. And of course, the most important part is to let a gentle smile come to your face, relaxing all your facial muscles and telling your mind, I'm smiling, so how bad could this be? Okay, and then take a long, slow, deep breath in through the nose. And then exhale slowly out through the nose. And there we are. Okay, so let's start clearing the body with our shaking movement. So either bending the knees or tapping the heels on the ground and feeling your arms loose and floppy. Very important to keep the shoulder blades slightly back during this, because otherwise your arms are going like this, and we're not really getting that shaking and agitating vibrational work that shaking is so powerful for. So as you're shaking, just feeling your eyebrows spread apart as you relax your forehead. And continuing to breathe as you relax your jaw, just checking that your teeth are gently separated. And feeling that relaxation spread around to the back of your skull and your cervical spine. And just letting it flow down your entire spine. And feeling your shoulders relaxed, your upper arms, elbows, lower arms, wrists, hands and fingers. And now relaxing your rib cage and all of your internal organs. And just being sure to allow your head to relax. That's the part I find challenging. Just let it be bobbing there like a buoy on the ocean. As you let that relaxation spread down to the hips, upper legs, knees, lower legs, feet and toes, ankles, everything just loose and floppy. You can just move however you feel like. And then just visualizing a column of energy shining down from above, starting to penetrate through your body at the head and just moving down with each little movement. And if you want to do this seated, you can. Just visualizing that you're standing and visualizing that light moving all the way down through the body, cleansing and clearing, warming and energizing. And now coming to stillness and closing your eyes and checking in, noticing any changes in your heart rate, your breathing. Sometimes the biggest cue that your emotions and your energy are not flowing is your breath becomes shallow and agitated. So just feel what this long, slow, deep breathing is like. Okay, now since we're moving into the summer, we're going to be doing a little bit more vigorous practice than we have in the spring and the winter. So this is now the arm swings. So on the arm swings, as we gently allow our arms to come up, we're going to have a deep inhale. And as we let the arms fall down and bend our knees, we're going to exhale sharply through the nose. So once again, if you want to blow your nose, I'm going to do that. And as you're, so just feel like, since some of you have not done the arm swings with us before, just picture your hands as these energy magnets that are going, flowing through space and collecting this powerful energy, because this energy is a medical qigong for sending energy to the low back amongst many, many other things, okay? So let's do it together. Inhale and exhale. Like you're on a big swing. So you're not nodding your head as you swing the arms down, keeping the spine straight, just bending at the knees. So we're going to do 100 of these. Just kidding. The old timers know that's the joke. That's to hopefully get you to laugh for the first time. Send me information. Extra credit for laughing. So 3 more. Now bring your hands up to your face and pinky finger sides together. Now we're going to use this powerful energy from the hands and start to circle your hands in a circle as if you're holding a mirror up to your face, breathing in this strong energy from the hands and visualizing the skin of your face smoothing out, becoming very clear, moist, very healthy. Just breathing in that qi into all the pores of the facial skin. And now circle back the other direction. Picturing you 5 years younger. And now inhaling the fingertips together, the elbows up, and settle this energy down, placing the hands over the lower dantian. And just noticing, embracing and accepting all sensations and feelings as just right for right now. And maybe thinking, inhaling, I am calm. Exhaling, I smile. Now releasing the hands and stepping the feet out, hip width or shoulder width apart, moving right into our embracing the tree and connecting with the chi field. So inhaling the arms slowly up, and just check in that the shoulder blades are back and down. If you saw your hands from above, they're looking like you're holding a chi ball between the two hands. Knees are soft, back of the neck slightly lifted. And just taking a deep inhaling breath. And as you exhale through the nose, just thinking sink, drop, relax. And just continuing this long, slow, deep breathing. Connecting with the energy of the earth beneath you. And maybe visualizing your feet sinking down into the earth like the roots of a tree. And each time you exhale, just allowing your energy to relax and connect more deeply with that strong energy of the earth beneath you. And now just playfully turning your attention to the space above you, maybe standing just a little, lifting that back of the neck a little bit taller, reaching up physically and expanding mentally with that space above you. And then going beyond the room you're in, beyond the atmosphere, all the way out into space and beyond. And each time you exhale, just feeling your attention expanding and connecting ever higher with this heavenly energy. And continuing on to the front of the body, picturing the space in front of you or feeling that space, and then going beyond the room, beyond the land, beyond the water, all the way out to the horizon in front of you and beyond. And each time you exhale, just allowing your attention to expand and connect further and further out with that space in front of your body. And just feeling your arms supported as if they're resting on the ocean or on a large beach ball. And just breathing into any discomfort and modifying this posture any way you need to be comfortable. As you playfully turn your attention to the space behind you, visualizing that space or feeling that space, and then going beyond the room, beyond the mountains, beyond the ocean, all the way out to the horizon behind you. And each time you exhale, just allow your attention to expand further and further out to that space in back of you. And just feeling yourself supported on all sides by this vast ocean of liquid life as you turn your focus to the left side of the room, picturing that space or feeling that space, and then going beyond the room, beyond the town, beyond the oceans, all the way out to the horizon on the left side of you and beyond. And as you exhale, just expanding continuously out to that left side of your body. And then playfully going to the right side of the body, picturing that space in the room you're in, and then going beyond the room, beyond the land, beyond the water, all the way up to the horizon on the right side of you and beyond. And you might even just feel yourself just gently rocking and swaying a little bit, just supported on all sides and above and below by this vast ocean of liquid life all around you. And being aware of the powerful energy inside of you. Relaxing and opening that energy, completely supported, completely relaxed. And now just allowing your hands to drift down very slowly, as if they're drifting through something thicker than air. And just noticing for a moment, placing the hands on the lower abdomen, the vitality center of the body, and repeating Robert Peng's affirmation, I am in Chi, Chi is in me. So together, I am in Chi, Chi is in me. And now allowing the arms to gently drift back up. Some of you have never done this. This is called spinal bone marrow, a very, very powerful practice from Ming Tong Gu. And we're just going to visualize when we do this, we're going to turn to the side, keeping the feet straight. And then we're going to turn back just a quarter of the way. And then turning to the side again and back. And as we do this, just visualize, as we spoke about earlier, the Kundalini energy rising up from the tailbone all the way to the skull. So we're going to visualize our energetic spine and visualize that energy moving up, lower back, middle back, upper back. And we're going to add the vibrational practice of how la to that, how la meaning all is well and getting better and better. So as we open, we're going to say ha, how, and as we turn back, we're going to say la. Okay? So I hope you didn't have your arms up all that time, unless you're a pro. All right, so let's go back, gently lifting the arms up. Sorry if I made everybody hold that too long. All right, and together to the left side first. How, la. How, la. Back of the neck lifted as you do this. How, la. How, la. Visualize your energetic spine. How, la. How, la. How, la. How, la. How, la. Just two more. How, la. How, la. Coming back to the center. Okay, posture check. Knees are soft, tailbone slightly tucked under, shoulders back and down, back of the neck lifted, and now continuing to the right side. How, la. How, la. How, la. How, la. How, la. How, la. Opening. How, la. Contracting. How, la. 2 more. Howla. Howla. Back to the center. And just noticing for a moment. Embracing and accepting all sensations, both comfortable and uncomfortable, as just right for right now. And allowing your hands to just drift down. And stepping the feet together and nourish your chi. So they call that posture, that exercise, spinal bone marrow, because it really goes very, very deep into the spine. Okay, so now for something fun and light. I apologize, that's pretty stressful, that first part. So stepping the feet out, I'm just gonna do knocking on the door of life. I hope that most of you were there for the question that was asked in the gathering period before the class. We usually do a Q&A. So the question was asked, what about the backhand? Does the backhand change because we gradually change the spot that we tap on with the front part of the body? And the answer is no. Just stay on the door of life, kidney, adrenal area, such a crucial part of the body. So the back part just stays there, okay? So in the front, we're opening and activating the points on the belt channel. The back, the door of life. Okay, now we're gonna let the hands just knock up on the lung points, up on the chest, just below the collarbones. And just continuing your long, slow, deep, relaxed breathing. And now allowing the hands to slap up on top of the shoulders. If you can reach these gallbladder points up here. Very good for releasing that shoulder tension, neck tension. And smiling in case you forgot. And back to the lung points. And then back to the lower rib cage. So if you just wanted to wake up one day and just do this for 10 minutes and breathe, that would be fine. Easy. And now just allowing the arms to come to stillness. And we're going to step right out and move into our shoulder stretch. So we're going to take a wide leg stance for this shoulder opening and place our hands just above the knees on the quads, and take a deep inhaling breath. And just drop your shoulder down and allow your eyes to stretch up and look towards the ceiling. Keeping that right arm straight, or as straight as you're comfortable. And feeling that opening of the shoulder, also the opening of the inside of the right leg. And just breathing into that lung. Gently stretching the eyes, which are also connected with this wood energy and liver energy. And coming back to the center and dropping the other shoulder and just feeling gravity gently stretching as you're deeply breathing into the left side of the lung. Stretching those eyes towards the ceiling. And back to the center and repeating the first side again. This time just feeling the difference when you do it the second time. Noticing, relaxing. And then back to the other side. Right leg is slightly bent because your weight's over there. Left leg is slightly stretched open. And now coming back to the center and letting your arms hang, and then just making sure the neck is nice and loose. So shaking your head no, nodding your head yes. If you can only go down this far, same thing, just still you can let your neck be loose and relaxed. So just go down as far as is comfortable for you. Now we're going to open up the backs of the legs. So just starting to rub vigorously on the back side of the legs between the sit bones and the knees. Allowing the upper body to relax. Now making little circles around the center backs of the knees. Very important. Bladder points. Very important for the elimination system as well as the reproductive system. And now then lower leg up and down, bringing that stagnant energy to the surface, letting it flow. And now just starting to tap at the top of the legs, tapping down that center back. And again, just tapping at the top. And one more time. Okay, now bringing the hands together like this. Soften the knees, tuck the tailbone under, and just start to roll up, letting your vertebrae unwind one vertebra at a time. Lower back, middle back, upper back, all the way up to the skull, and then we're just going to move right into full body flow. So we're just going to keep the legs straight as we just let the arms drift down. Now bend the knees, tuck the tailbone under, and we're just going to bring the hands up the body again. And just going to go into this flow, full body flow, stretching all the way up and just slowly, gently opening all of the back side of the body. Continuing to open the spine one vertebra at a time, and also bringing this energy up the body with the hands and down, and continuing the long, slow, deep breathing. Full stretch as you come up. Okay, this time when you get your hands up to the top, we're going to just turn to face that left leg, and just let yourself gently bend down towards that leg as far as is comfortable for you. You don't have to touch the leg if you don't want to. And then bring the head towards the leg, release it, head towards the leg, release, head towards the leg, release. Now moving over to the other side, head towards the leg, release, head towards the leg, release, head towards the leg, release. And now coming up, that same way, coming up, facing the side, and coming back to the center and stepping the feet down hip width apart. And now we're going to settle the energy of the head, and I'm pretty sure you've all done this before. This is activating the pericardium meridian with the he sound. So just in case somebody's new, I'm going to inhale up, and I'm going to be saying he all this way down, but I'm not going to be saying the he. I'm going to be doing it in an aspirated way. So, but this is very difficult to carry through on a video. So just make the sound yourself. He vocalized is more for the actual pericardium physical part of the body, and the aspirated version is to bring down stuck energy, pericardium energy, excess worry, excess preoccupation, and a great way to calm the mind in any kind of stressful situation or just to go to sleep at night. Okay, so inhaling the arms up and making that sound. And just letting anything excess go into the ground, as we were discussing earlier. And let's do that again. Bringing anything out of the head that is no longer serving you, and do it again. And if you don't know what that is, just let it go anyway. Again. And letting it all go. Okay, so we're going to move into our neck opening today. So just inhaling the hands up. This is called expansion breathing. So your legs are wide apart. Your arms are reaching out, and your energetic arms are reaching all the way out to the horizon, as we did when we were connecting with the chi field. When you look at your hands from the side, your fingers are spread apart and your wrists are as cocked as you are comfortable having them, and your shoulder blades are down and back, knees are soft, back of the neck slightly lifted. So we're just going to open up the neck and shoulders by gently looking to the left and looking to the right. And just continuing to go back and forth as you continue your long, slow, deep breathing. So this is actually a Qigong method for curing arthritis of the neck. Just this back and forward. And thinking of your neck and shoulders as very relaxed, even though your arms are screaming at you. Because we're opening the hands and fingers, all the tendons and ligaments of the arms, and all the meridians that flow up and down the arms. So, oh my gosh, so much happening. And all you have to do is breathe and relax. All right, now rotate your hands so that the fingers face the back of the room you're in, and just continue this gentle back and forth. And smiling. And if you need to change the position, just do modify whatever you feel is right for you today. And visualize that your arms are up here and reaching out, everything making space in all these joints, reaching out to either side. And now just allowing the hands to drift down for a moment, resting for just a moment. And we're going to continue this posture with eagle claw. Nope, we're not going to do that. We're just going to bring our fingers together. That's supposed to make you laugh again. Let me know. Let me know on the extra credit chart. So we have the fingertips together, and the fingertips are pointed straight down. And once again, just checking in with your posture pointers. And we're going to just let the ear drift down to the left shoulder. Breathing into that right side of the neck. And then just gently turning slightly to the ceiling, stretching up with your eyes as before, and bringing the ear back down again. So we're just doing this gentle up and down motion, stretching all of the parts of the neck on both sides, especially in the back. And letting your arms drop down if you need to. Back to the shoulder. Now just gently roll the head over to the other side. Ear to the shoulder. And then looking up and breathing And just doing this gentle rotation, using your eyes, stretching the eyes. And bringing the head back to the center and allowing the arms to drift down. And just noticing this powerful energy flow in the arms and hands. So if you have budding arthritis of the thumbs or the fingers, any kind of arm or hand problem, this would be a great thing to incorporate into your regular practice. And put on some nice music to distract you while you're doing it. Okay, last thing for the reducing blockages, we're going to do just this little balance exercise called crane soaring. So the arm part is just pretending your arms are wings, and we're just going to let them fly as we're breathing. So we're going to inhale and exhale, and inhale and exhale. Just feeling those wrists and fingers now very supple after that strong exercise. Now the foot part is going to have your weight on your right leg, and your left leg is slightly lifted, toe touching. And if you can, just release that toe and circle your feet. Circle at the ankle one way and then circle the other way. If you can't circle, just keep your ankle, your toe just resting, whatever works for you. Need to move to a wall and hold on to it, you can do that. And then let that foot down. Now lift the other foot, circle the ankle, loosening it up, loosening the other way, circling the other way. Okay, back down. And now we're going to do the crane soaring. So as we lift the arms, we're going to lift that left leg and look down at the floor, because that will help you keep your balance. Okay, so we're going to try and do this slowly with our breathing, inhaling the leg up, straight up, exhaling, dropping down. Even if you just get up a little bit, it's fine. And if you don't take your toe off the ground at all, it's also fine. You're basically strengthening that standing leg just by thinking you're lifting up your foot. Now we're going to bring the left leg down, and we're going to get on that right toe and lift it up if you can, or just simply feel your body moving up, even if you're not taking your toe off the ground. This seems impossible the first time you do it. Now we're going to bring the right foot down. Now we're going to go back to the left foot and feel the difference the second time you do it. Maybe not quite so impossible after all. And down and switching. Just imagining there's this huge, graceful white crane. Or in my case, a green crane. And down. Okay, great. All right, that's the end of the erasing blockages part of the practice. So we're going to start with the full body tapping now. So just going with a light fist, tapping up and down the sides of the spine. Getting all these back shu points, very, very powerful acupuncture and acupressure points. Now we're going to slap with the hands, and we're going to go down the sides of the legs, all the way down to the feet, tapping around the feet if you can reach your feet, and then up the insides of the legs. So anything you can't reach, just visualize and pretend like you're doing it. We go round to the back and down the outsides again. Round the feet, up the insides. And one more time. Three's a charm. And up the insides. And now moving to the upper body, going up and down the sternum with a little ha-la, ha-la. Adding a little vibrational opening here. And then we move down the front side of the arms, round the hands, up the outsides of the arms, down the shoulders, and once again, down the front side of the arms. Smiling to your arms, sending some gratitude to your arms and hands. Now coming across underneath the collarbones again and down the insides. So as I said, Lee Holden likes to tap the arms like this. Robert Pang likes to use a fist. And you just pick what's better for you. Just letting this energy disperse and move and come to the surface. And then just brush down this front energy. And nourish your chi, placing the hands on the lower dantian. And just enjoying this aliveness. This awake energy. And now moving into our flowing practice. We're going to start with Buddha holds up the earth. So this is where I encourage you to think about what you want to bring into your life. Maybe some dreams, inspirations, ideas you had in the winter when we were all hunkered down. And bring those into the body, bring them into your body, mind, and spirit. And then as we do the top part, just letting go anything that's holding you back from that. So Buddha holds up the earth, inhaling energy to the center of the body, earthly energy, and then exhaling, letting go. And repeating. Rotating your palms as you bring them towards the sky. And exhaling, just bringing all that good energy down and letting go anything you don't need. And again, slowly rotating the palms to the ceiling. Palms facing up. And now rotating around and continuing. And one more time. Now moving straight into stork spreads its feathers. So pushing down with the right hand and up with the left hand, stretching the sides of the body, bringing the wrists back together. And switching, pushing up with the left, breathing into that left lung. Stretching the sides of the body where the liver meridian flow and breathing into that side of the lung. Exhaling as you come back to center. Inhaling. One more time to each side. Back to the center. And moving right into turning the wheel of heaven. So inhaling the energy up, deep into the belly and back down. I think most of you know this. I'm going to inhale as we turn to the right and step, pushing with the hands, and then raising the hands, inhaling to come back, letting the weight shift to the back leg, pushing with the wrists as we exhale and pulling. So as we move into summer, we're really going to bring the hands up higher, bringing that energy into the heart center. So as you pull and inhale, lifting the front toe, pushing, lifting the back heel, warming up the ligaments of the feet and the lower legs, bringing that energy into the heart center, turning the wheel of heaven. 2 more to this side. And as you bring your hands up, bringing the fingertips together, and now stepping with your left foot and turning the wheel of heaven, back heel up. Inhaling, front toe up. Exhaling. Just relaxing and flowing with the breath. Two more to this side. Fingers together, back to the center. And settling the energy, relaxing the shoulders. Now inhaling the hands up into prayer position for the third golden wheel of Robert Payne. So we call this the gratitude flow, bringing to mind something for which you are grateful today. And the third time we do this flow, I will invite you to send out a prayer or blessing to someone who might especially need it today. So just follow along if you haven't done this before. So diving the hands down. We separate the hands and inhale, drawing that earthly energy up. Exhaling, we open the shoulders and the hands to circulate the energy. And then inhaling, we gather heavenly energy. And as our hands reach the highest point, we allow the hands, the palms to face downward, and getting an energetic connection between the powerful Lao Gong points on the center palms and the top of the head, the Bai Hui point. And now we're going to bring that energy down through the body, keeping the hands just off the body, feeling that powerful energy from the hands, down through the torso, and then down the insides of the legs, and around the feet, keeping the hands off the body, up the sides and back, And when we get to the back, they're going to go all the way up to the shoulder, bottom shoulder blades, if you can reach that. And then using the fingers to open an energetic center into the heart. And bringing the hands back down in prayer position. And recalling to mind something for which you are really grateful today. We're going to repeat that flow. So diving the hands down, inhaling, drawing up earthly energy. Exhaling, turning and circulating, opening the shoulders. Inhaling, gathering, making that connection. And now bringing that energy down. Opening the chi disc inside the heart center. And once again, feeling very blessed, allowing the thumbs to touch the center sternum bone. And on this last repetition, I invite you to send out a prayer of blessing. So diving down. Opening up the heart center and sending out that prayer or blessing. Relaxing the hands, and we'll finish with the fourth golden wheel. So bringing your feet wide apart and inhaling the hands up. I'm going to bring the hands up to the level of the third eye. This is the wisdom center of the body. So we're going to make an energetic connection between the center palms of the hands and this third eye part of the forehead. Just if you would visualize a strong, powerful light shining through the center palms and into the third eye area, the wisdom center. And just visualize or feel this powerful energy penetrating deep into the brain, deep into the deep glands of the brain, stimulating this strong, energetic flow. It is said that when your wisdom center is empowered, your decisions are blessed by the universe. So we're going to move right into the flow part. So opening up the chest and the arms, allowing golden light to stream in. We call this heart to the universe. And then bringing the hands together and visualizing this column of energy moving down, connecting your mind, heart, and body, and then bending the knees and spreading that energy out on the earth and bringing up that earthly energy through the central meridian. Inhaling up and opening your heart to the universe. And just repeating and breathing. Feeling this strong column of energy all the way down the central meridian. It is said that the central meridian is like the GPS of the body, coordinating the mind, heart, and physical body, keeping everything flowing in harmony. And one more time, drawing it up. And just moving the hands back up into the starting position. And once again, feeling that powerful energy, that energetic connection between the Gong points and the wisdom center. Now allowing the hands to drift down to the navel area and walking the feet gently inward to a comfortable position for you, checking the posture points again. And now just allowing the hands to spread apart as you inhale and become closer back together as you exhale. And just continuing this breathing and this back and forth. Just feeling the energy between your arms and hands growing larger and larger and stronger. An energy ball between your arms and hands that slowly starts to grow and encase your entire physical body. Until you are surrounded by this globe of energy. Now just imagining that this globe of energy is getting smaller and smaller, condensing back down. Until it fits easily between your arms and hands again. I'm starting to bring the hands closer to each other as you condense this energy ball even more until it becomes like a small volleyball and you bring it down into the lower dantian, the navel area. One hand on top of the other, one hand clasping the wrist of the other hand and the feet together. And just breathe in this powerful energy. Visualize it as a violet light just spreading from your vitality center all the way through your body. Now we're just going to seal that energy in. So starting to make a small circle with your hand, just lightly touching your clothing. Small circle around the navel area, just getting a little wider with each circle. 4, 5, 6, until you're circling all the way out to your hip bones and up to the sternum bone. 7, 8, 9. And this time when you reach back up to the top, circle the other way. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, smaller and smaller. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And repeating again Robert Ping's phrase, I am in Chi. Chi is in me. So I invite you to move to a sitting position if you'd like right now. If you prefer to stand, that's fine, but we're going to do our closing Lachi practice. So Lachi was this movement that sometimes we do before the class, but we did there that's powerful cultivation of energy between the hands and stimulation of yin yang energy. Once again, so simple, but so complex. And so we're going to do a mantra or phrase, Chinese phrase, which will mean expanding and contracting. So we're going to use this La Chi practice to stimulate the wisdom center, stimulate the heart center, and then we'll do the Hala practice at the end. That gets very fast and funny. I think you've all done it before. If you haven't, I'm sorry, I'm not giving you more warning, but it's pretty silly and pretty fun. And the last thing we do is when we run out of breath and we're all frenzied, we take a really deep inhale through the nose and we just really fill up our lungs. And we close with the inner smile practice. So doesn't matter what tone you make, doesn't matter if you don't perfectly pronounce this mantra. It's roughly, this one is Kai and Hu. So just the main thing is that you're making the movement and you're visualizing expanding as you say the Kai and consolidating or contracting as you say the Hu. And you have fun and smile. That's it. Simple. Okay, so together. Kai Hu. Kai Hu. I recommend you close your eyes, but you don't have to. Kai Hu. Kai Hu. Kai Hu. Kai Hu. Kai Hu. Kai Hu. Two more. Kai Hu. Kai Hu. And just noticing that energetic connection between your center palms and the wisdom center. And slowly allowing your hands to move down to the level of the heart center. So I do the arms a little bit wider at the heart center because the heart center energy is the most powerful energy when measured by current scientific methods of the body. So I like to really think that my heart center, also we're moving into summer, and that is the heart energy, and the heart is known as the emperor of all of the organs. So we'll be talking about that more and more as we move into our summer practice. So the mantra for the heart center is Kai, same as the other one, and Shin. Okay, so together, Kai Shin, Kai Shin, Kai Shin. So expanding. Kai Shin. Kai Shin. Kai Shin. Kai Shin. Kai Shin. and 2 more. Kai Shin. Kai Shin. And once again, just letting your awareness stay in that connection between the center palms and the heart center. And now slowly allowing your hands to come up to the top of your head, one on top of each other. So those Lao Gong points are now on top of each other, so magnifying each other's energetic function, and they're shooting all the way down the center of the body, connecting with the lower dantian and the perineum. And now we're just going to do a rhythmic howla chant and just follow along with the group as we go. Howla, 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 howla. And you can let your body move a little. Howla, howla. A little faster. Howla, 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 howla. Smiling. La, howla, howla. This is fun. La, howla, 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 howla. Keep breathing. La howla, 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 howla. Howla, 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 howla. La howla, 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 howla. Keep breathing. Howla, howla. La howla, 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 howla. Now inhale. Tasting that sweet breath, like the first breath you ever took. And just smiling at this strong energy, this feeling of excitement and newness. Letting this positive energy permeate your brain and heart as they're so connected together. And just bringing the hands, keeping the hands one on top of the other, sealing in this energy, the brain and the heart connection by way of the throat. And just allowing your hands to rest one on top of the other and allow the thumb tips to touch together and just rest gently in your lap. And continuing with me in the inner smile practice, common to all Qigong lineages, no matter where. And that's just taking this beautiful, loving energy and sending it to each of the parts of our physical body. Feeling this regeneration, this love, this light, and passing it onto the body, starting with the skin. Smiling to your skin like we did earlier in the practice, but let it be to all your skin. Opening all the pores of the skin and breathe in the qi all around you. Like a sponge in a warm bath, just soaking it in. And now sending that loving, smiling energy to your muscles and connective tissues. And smiling to your glands and the nervous system. Smiling to your circulatory system. All those veins, arteries, and capillaries, and especially the blood flowing in your circulatory system. Master Ming Tonggu says, Qi in blood is flowing well now. And continuing by smiling to all your internal organs. So wise, so capable of running your amazing body. And lastly, smiling to the skeletal system and deep down in the bones to the bone marrow system. And feeling your entire body nourished and grounded by that earthly chi beneath you. Supported and stimulated by the energy of all beings and nature around you. And always open and trusting the wisdom of heavenly energy from above, offering the potential for transformation and for solutions to issues that we could not even imagine. And being aware of that strong internal energy inside of you, ready to come out, ready to take over, if you only open and relax and breathe. And feeling your heart open as a flower opens to the morning sun. May all your energies flow freely. May all your heart's intentions be fulfilled. And may you take this energetic awareness into all aspects of your life, from the physical to the most subtle. And bringing our hands together in prayer position, together we dedicate this healing practice to the Chi field, to the masters and teachers who have come before us, to our fellow practitioners, and all beings. All is well and getting better and better. So be it. Amen. Haula. And just beginning to come back to this space, to your body, whenever you're ready. Gently moving your body, opening your eyes. So as I mentioned earlier, our, oops, sorry. Sorry about that. When my eyes are closed, I can't see what's happening. Okay, so we will finish with the Hala blessing over each other. So if you'd like to switch to gallery view, then you can see people, and obviously not required. And then we'll just do the gentle Hala over each other. So we just do it Hala. Okay, so let's do it together. Hala. 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 Okay, great. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you all for coming. So no class on Monday because it's Memorial Day. So I think I have a bunch of family stuff coming on. But anyway, thank you so much for coming. And remember, you can get recordings of these classes on the COSCOB Library website. And you can also get them now on my new YouTube channel. So I will send you all a link to the Mother's Day Healing Sounds practice and another Monday night practice that we did. And so you can do it anytime you want. Okay, good. So glad to see you all. All right, bye everybody. Have a great,
Thank you.
Memorial Day weekend, everybody.
You too. Thank you, Dana.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everybody. Bye.
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 All right.